So we've had a little bit of scattered showers lately. Every couple of days we seem to get a little bit of a drizzle. The fronts or the lead ups, the aprons of the greens are starting to get a little bit damp. Everyone's saying they're struggling with chipping. Couple things to think about here. Number one, you don't really hit it as far as you think. So if you're continually coming up short on all of your approaches into the greens, it's because your 7-iron doesn't actually go 150. Just because you've hit it once 150 doesn't mean it always goes that way. So if I was you, I'd actually go to a simulator bay or get a lesson where we can do a gapping session and actually figure out how far your clubs actually go versus what you think they go. Now we're going to talk about the chipping here that everyone seems to be struggling with at the moment. It's a little damp. The water's been dripping down into the front edge of these aprons. They get in and they chip. The club digs in, the ball goes half the way. Now, what I see a lot of the problem with is our setup position. So people will take their stance and it's kind of like a full shot stance, right? They're getting here, they're a big distance away from that golf ball. Now, what happens when we do that is the club's kind of sitting like this. The heel end of the club will dig into the ground first, face will shut down, and we flub it. What I want you to try to do is take your stance and raise the handle. If you're getting in here, now I don't know if you can hear this, but there's a fair chunk of water around the front edge of this. So I'm on the second hole here at Oak Point. Now I'm going to get this shaft a little more elevated and I'm going to really focus. I'm coming in close, as you can see, I'm quite tall, and I'm just really focusing now on feeling a little more like the sole of the club can sort of skid, maybe a little more toe heavy than what I'm used to. And that's going to help me strike that chip much cleaner. Now, secondary to that, I was using my sand wedge. I bought an extra club, as you can see here. So I've got my gap wedge. Don't always think that you have to just pull out your sand or your lob wedge when you do these types of shots, right? So you can see that sand wedge that I had still came out a little bit heavy. But because I had the characteristics right where the shaft was a little bit taller and my toe was down and my wrists were a little bit more like this, it still managed to get me on the green, and I'm probably about 20 feet short. Now I'm going to try and do the same thing here with my 50-degree Vokey wedge, where I'm getting tall, I feel upright, my shaft is tall and my wrists are down, and I'm just trying to keep that arc to my chip shot here. Now I've caught that one a little bit better, and that's rolled out a touch further than the previous shot. Now, how are we going to get better at this? One, we've got to practice it, but I want you to feel feet closer. We're feeling closer to the ball. We're feeling more upright. If anything, the heel of the club's actually going to feel a little bit off the ground, and we're trying to let that club slide across the turf rather than being far away and digging and having that ball go half the way. I hope this helps. If you need some help with me, let me know.